so savage. I got ice cream with my heart at on the road. Let's go, bro. Good pass. So heartless. Rage. Shoot it, scrub. I pay for therapy. When my thoughts are here to me. Ooh.
I'm holding that her bench is up there.
I'm running, Bob. Oh. I need some boost. I'm tired. Man, he's always just in the right spot, huh?
No, he can't shoot through either, bro.
There's a lonely child. You wanna have him now. Switch, yeah, I thought you was gonna stay over there.
Yeah,
So.
he ain't gonna shoot it, nah. Let's go.
Nervous.
Stay in the paint, stay in the paint. Yeah.
First of all, I thought he was going to dunk on me. That was a dunk animation. Ooh.
I tried to shoot off the catch, bro. Now I was holding it square. Now I was holding it square before I caught it.
You got that. Two.
Definitely tried to shoot that shit.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I got it. Woo. Bro. Look at that.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game. He'll lose yardage to start things out. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
He said, where's the D? That's what y'all boys said.
That you.
But the way you, bro, you gotta realize what you just said, though. The way you made it sound, bro.
The hotel I told you about yesterday.
I know what you mean, though.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Feel me, Cunning?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
To get what?
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. On second down, here's Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against the 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s purple people eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now Rashad Penny. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They would.
He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Work with me, bro.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now Leonard Fournette. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Get it, bud.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Bro, I'm not switching, bro. You don't have to switch me, bro. I don't know why you keep doing that.
20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards.
Bro, I got my man, bro.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football.
I got my man, bro.
I believe that they've done that here in the first
After
quarter.
the second one, you should have just kept going to your man, but my man hasn't scored.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. We're scoreless after one. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Now Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Here's Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. It could cost you a game or win you one.
We got this.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. From the gun, a give to Penny. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Watson now to throw. That's caught by Penny. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Wow, you keep in position, bro.
From the 30 on second down, Watson escaping the pressure right. Gets this one to use check. Give him 3 on the play, and It'll be third down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Third and 2, Watson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go play action with Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. A shotgun give to Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage.
Like, come on. Why do you do all that extra shit?
Go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I want to do that shit.
On play action, Haskins.
Hey,
Watch this thing. Wait. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
That's my fault.
Minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. We'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And that would cover beautifully. The defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Why you jump? I laid out there.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Play action. Haskins. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Penny, the first down carry. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll try the air now with Watson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking to throw on second down. Haskins looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gonzalez. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Throw left side complete. It's Barker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This is Fournette. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. They keep it with Fournette on first down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll run with Fournette. takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense. They can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette.
Time more.
He'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down after
T-Y-M-A-R.
pickups.
All right.
They'll go with a big back Fournette. But he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
What's tight? Tight is right. 3 down, 3 down. 31. Check.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there, and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up. 3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Haskins will throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gonzalez. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Third down, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A good pick up there, a 22. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Eluding the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Anthony Barr came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Watson flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are able to cut into that lead. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. Watson now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Darryl Worley. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd and 9, Watson, he's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Watson. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson, escaping the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Haskins going to try to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Haskins to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take